Question 5 is one that I hate answering. I hate answering because I never admitted this to people that I met later in life. So everyone that I grew up with in grade school, and I lived in a very small town. My parents were very religious, and for some reason, my parents did not take us to the movies or let us go to the movies. So even though I was born in 1972, I did not see the movies that you would think I saw growing up in the theater because I didn't start going until 86. I think 86. Um, so for some reason, my parents didn't let us go to the movies. But we could rent movies and we could see movies when they were on TV. But going to see them in the theater for some reason, and believe me, I've been over this a million times, they did not let us go. I don't know why. You would think it would be about the content, but it really wasn't because it wasn't like we could go to a really innocent movie and that it was okay because we were not allowed to go to these either. So the first movie that I saw in the theater was Pretty in Pink, and I was like 12 years old when it came out, 11 or 12. I can't even remember. My sister took me, my older sister took me because she was already like doing whatever she wanted at that point, and it didn't matter. Um, and then I was going to movies constantly after that. I'd go with friends, whatever. But growing up in a small town, you only had so many friends. Their parents knew your parents' beliefs, and so they're not going to sneak you into the movies. I would get invited to birthday parties, but not if it was a movie birthday party, um, because people knew I couldn't go. So, it was one of those things. It's a really difficult part of my childhood because I love movies and I go to the movies all the time. And I've always loved movies. And I've always loved movies. Like I would see them on TV and we would rent them. We had one of those movie disc players like early on. And it's almost like my parents wanted to too because they loved the movies. And they used to reminisce about going to the movies, but then they wouldn't take us. So it was a very strange thing. Believe me, it is one of the most difficult parts of my childhood. And it is one of the reasons that my father and I had such a difficult relationship is that he had all of these rules and then the rules went away later. Like I just started going to the movies in like, I don't know, I think I was in 6th grade and I just started going. I went with my sister and then I would go with my friends once I got older and they didn't do anything to stop me from going, but they did when I was younger. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. And then it just became okay. And then it just became one of those things that I went, they didn't let me get my ears pierced. That was kind of my dad's thing. And then later my mom signed for me and let me get it done and just never told him that she was the one who signed for it. So it was complicated. Religion is a very complicated part of my past. Um, and that definitely goes to like the stricter, weirder churches that we went to. I don't believe that's, a biblical thing at all. It was just more, that was the smaller, weirder churches that we went to that felt that way. Anyway, so first movie I saw in the theater was Pretty in Pink. I saw like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, all that stuff I saw on TV or on video or on like the movie disc things that came up before VHS and before DVDs. I saw all of those movies on there, but I did not go see them. And a lot of things have been reissued in the theater that I have now seen in a theater setting that I didn't get to see when I was younger. Like I've seen all of the original Star Wars movies in the theater now. Um, but yeah, that's one of the weirder parts of my past that I don't talk about very much. But yeah, Pretty in Pink was a huge deal, and I was willing to risk my soul for it. So I went to go see it. All right. I love you guys. Comment below. Your answers are probably going to be way more normal than mine were. Talk to you soon. Take care, guys.